Welcome back into the channel. Today we're going to do something a little different, and you're going to get to see my computer screen here. We're going to be looking into Starlink internet, something I've been thinking about for a long time. We have a lot of hurricanes and a lot of weather down here in the south, and having an additional method to connect to the internet would be kind of cool. So this is the website here. It's become a lot more mainstream, and anybody can purchase them now. The devices cost a few $100s, and then there's a service charge per month to use the internet. Now you can see there's a few different service plans here: a residential, a roam, and a boat plan. Each has their own payment options, and it ranges anywhere from $120 a month to $5,000 a month, depending on what they're giving you. There's also two device options, and those options are the standard. Actually, there's three. There's a standard Starlink dish, there's a roam, which is the mini dish, and there is a boat specific device that is more resistant to weather and heavy winds. So that's pretty neat. You'll see there's also three additional plans there. But yeah, as you can see there, that is the roam. That is a mini dish. So you can mount it directly to a backpack or on top of an RV and use it on the go. Now the two plans that I'm considering or interested in would be the unlimited $150 a month plan or the $50 a month plan, which is a bit more limited, but it would get the job done if you're not going to be using it too excessively. So this is the device specs page. You do get a couple cool things. So you get the actual satellite device. You also get the wireless router and all the cables that you need. So this is an all-included package, and you don't need to bring anything else to the table except for a power source and the device of your choosing. So this is a video they put together and they have on their website. It shows just how easy it is to connect one of these devices. So you basically wire the power cable directly to the satellite device. You plug it in, wait for it to power up, aim it at the sky, and then you basically follow the directions on your phone to calibrate. But that's basically it. So it's pretty neat, and they advertise some pretty high speeds, you can see there. But yeah, so just point it at the sky and plug it in. So I'm really curious to see if that's actually how easy it is. I am also going to pop open these two tabs here so we can take a look. It appears the app looks pretty good, and it has pretty good ratings. I'm seeing upper 4-star ratings, so that tells me the people that are using this app are enjoying it and they're not having a ton of difficulty with it. This is the iOS version, very similar, also very good ratings. So here's a couple of FAQs. I know in the FAQ section I was reading last night, there was one person that asked a question I was curious about: can you travel internationally with this? And I feel like it's a bit of a gray area, but they basically said yes, you can, but if you're there for extended periods of time, your account could possibly be added to a watch list.
Starlink uses the world's
so this is another
most
video
advanced
they have.
satellite technology to deliver high-speed, low-latency
Kind of
internet
their
all over the
what
world.
is Starlink video.
Traditional satellite internet services rely on single geostationary satellites that orbit at a far distance, leading to high latency and unreliable connection. By leveraging the world's largest satellite constellation using a low Earth orbit, Starlink can support streaming, online gaming, video calls, and more. When your Starlink kit arrives, it'll include everything you need to connect to the internet.
Again, that wireless router that it does include is the part that your phone would connect to and get an IP address from. So there's no need to have any additional equipment, which is really neat.
To the satellite network. Starlink can withstand extreme cold, heat, hail, sleet, heavy rain, and gale force winds. Once your Starlink has found a satellite connection, you're ready to connect.
If you are experiencing issues with your Starlink service, we recommend waiting at least 20 minutes after your first install to see if these issues resolve on their own. If you are experiencing frequent dropouts, It is most likely due to obstruction.
This is another little
A
video
full
they had. So
obstruction
I just
spot
wanted to
can
show
take
that they
up
do
to
have a couple
12
of
hours to
instructional
complete.
videos on their website that
Reference
are
the
very well
obstructions video
made.
for more information.
They could
If
pretty much
after
walk
20
anybody
minutes you are still
through how to
experiencing
do
issues,
the simple
we
task
recommend
needed to get one of
rebooting your
these set up.
Starlink. To perform a reboot, open the Starlink app and navigate
This
to the
also gives
settings
us an
menu.
opportunity to take a
Select
peek at
which
the
device you
user
want to reboot,
interface
router or Starlink. For this
in the app.
demonstration, let's reboot the router first. Under the image of the router, you
I don't
will
see too many
Reboot Router.
features in here,
Slide
but
the toggle
honestly, that's
underneath to the
okay.
right,
We
and your
don't
Starlink
need
router
a
will
ton of options in this
automatically
portal.
After a
Actually,
minute or
you
two,
could daisy
your
chain this to
devices
your
should
own
reconnect
equipment,
to your Starlink
which is what
router
I would
under
plan
your
to do if I used it
previously
at
set
home,
network
and then I
name
would
and
use the
password.
built-in router
Some service
in the event that
issues
I was
may be
traveling.
resolved by rebooting your Starlink. To reboot your Starlink, navigate back to the settings menu and select Starlink. Below the Starlink image, you will see Reboot Starlink. Slide the toggle to the right.
I'll go
to
ahead and
reboot.
link all these videos in the
Rebooting should
description
take
as
about
well
1
if you want to
minute,
check
and
them
then
out.
Starlink will begin to recalibrate.
They do have this model
This
that
could take
moves
about
around
15
on its
minutes.
own. That
If
is
you're
not the
unable to
Mini.
access
That's
the
the
app,
standard
another
unit.
option is to manually unplug your router's power cable from
Because
the
it's
wall
designed to
outlet. Wait 1
sit
to 2
on your
seconds
roof
and then
and
plug
it will
back in.
auto-calibrate
With
itself,
this method,
which is so
both
strange to
your
me because
router and
that device is
Starlink will reboot.
$300,
If your device
but the
doesn't
Mini device,
automatically
which is the
reconnect
newer
to your
one,
router,
is
navigate to the
$600.
device
So
settings
there's
and
a bit of
select
a
your Wi-Fi network to reconnect.
issue with pricing at the time. That backpack model there is like $600. So I started to go through the process of ordering one of these just to see what it would cost. And the cheapest option is definitely to go with the standard. You are locked into, I think, a $150 a month plan with the standard unit. There are no contracts, so you could basically cancel that at any time. But I did find that the pricing was a little strange. So yeah, you can go on the website and tinker with it a little bit, but pricing is definitely a little inflated right now. And I was reading some articles about why this might be. But first, let me show you this. So this is the map. So you can tell the U.S. is. Zoom out here a little bit. You can tell the U.S. is fully covered. So can't speak for the rest. It looks like Russia is a complete dark zone. One other cool thing is this can actually be purchased from Best Buy. I've been checking for the last few days, and of course, right this second, you can't pick it up from my local Best Buy, but a few days ago, they had them in stock, which was very cool. So I assume they're keeping 1 or 2 of these in stock, and you wouldn't have to order it. I think the lead time for these is about 1 to 2 weeks from the website. Overall, I think it's really cool. I'm probably gonna pick one up eventually and use it as a backup home internet and a travel router. But for now, I'm gonna let the price settle in and see where it falls. There was also a deal at Costco recently, $200 for the unit. So they took $100 additional dollars off. I thought that was cool. I didn't get a chance to go see it in person, but I would assume we're going to start seeing the price come down on these, and that's just something to look out for. But in an emergency situation, travel situation, camping, RV, I think this would be a very cool tool to have in the arsenal. But if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment below, and I'll do my best to answer them. I'm by no means a Starlink expert, but I have a good bit of IT knowledge, so I can try to answer your questions as best as possible. Thanks for stopping in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day.